Hello, this is Terry. This is the shared recording of my podcast Stars and Cars Chronicles by Amethyst Astro Tarot and my YouTube channel Amethyst Astro Tarot. So you can either listen to or you can watch this video respectively. So today, what I'm going to talk about, I think the astrology in general, and I will try to make a kind of an introduction to astrology for the people who are interested in. So I would appreciate your comments or anything, any clarification after watching or listening to this recording. So thank you very much. So I actually, before I started recording this uh, bit, I had remembered that when I had started the Faculty of Astrological Studies. Now I already finished it, all the modules and everything studies there, and I have been asked to define astrology, and then I found that article that a short piece that I have written that time, and I was like, because there is a question of if astrology is a science, it's an art, or it's a divination and anything. So for me, it's like, I don't think so that we should be categorizing astrology anyhow. Astrology is astrology, leave it like that, according to me. And it's a blend of lots of things. You have astronomy, there's mythology, depending on the type of the astrology you make. There is the psychology, maths, and there is also the statistics part. There's lots of things included in astrology that making it astrology. So I don't think so that we really need to put it under any category. And having said that, when we think about the astrology, I think that the sky is our guide at the end of the day, how the um, planets, and depending on how you study the astrology, the fixed stars and the asteroids and everything that are in the sky and how they are in relationship with the zodiacal signs, or depending if you use another method with the constellations and everything. So if we start from the a natal chart, which I would be sharing here, what I will do is I will share the natal chart that we all know, probably here. It's like you can see, I think, all the details on my desktop as well, whatever. So this is the natal chart of Albert Einstein. You may be familiar with him. And then this is the zodiacal wheel, and we have the also the grid, which I will explain later. I think starting from here, first of all, there are lots of also information here and details here, but we have this zodiacal wheel, and we have the 12 signs, and we have all the planets and the houses. Okay, so the thing is that we start with the planets. Planets are kind of, we can call them from time to time as the leading actors, maybe, in especially chart interpretations. And there's a lot of symbolism, and there are lots of qualities that they might be representing. In terms of um, traditional astrology, if you go to Hellenistic astrology, etc., the constellation is based on seven celestial bodies, how we call it, and which are the sun and moon, the luminaries. And then we will have the Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. And so we won't have any other planets in the constellation. But in modern astrology, of course, we may be adding the outer planets, which are the Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Also Chiron is included, and we have also the angles and everything in the chart, which I may be explaining later. So there is this expression, I mean, like, which are generally associated with nouns. It's like we can say what is it, what is it? Like Saturn, sometimes fear, sometimes authority. Here we see Saturn. Or we say moon, mother, or we see sun, identity, and all these expressions can be there. And then when we come to the signs, here we see, I can go later into the details of the signs. We are trying to look how these planets, all these qualities can be expressed in these signs. So how is like we are more talking about the adjectives, and like Aries can be brave, or here the Virgo can be perfectionist, and then Leo, confident, Aquarius, wow, unusual can be, and all these kind of like adjective kinds of things. But we have the actors, how they express themselves, but where is the stage, no? So if we are thinking about the stage, we are talking about the houses, which are the areas of life that are starting from the first house until the 12th house, and then from first to six is generally talked about like personal area, and from the 7 to 12 we are talking about the others, and then more social part. I mean, when the other people are being added into our life, in a way we can talk about it. And starting from the first house is like the start, and the 12th is can be the end as well. But I mean, they have all these houses, of course, have more than one attribution, and there are many things that are in the definition of the houses. But I can say that, I mean, the normally what the energy of the houses are associated, like starting the first zodiacal sign is the Aries, so first house would be associated with the energy of Aries, and then we go to second Taurus, and so on until the 12th, which is the Pisces. And also we have to take into consideration the planets that are known as the rulers of these signs as well. So it may sound at the beginning as a complicated system, but I can say that at the end of the day, if we go bit by bit what they are, we can understand the real and whole picture, what is being said by a chart to us. I mean, and I think that in this regard, I can really go in these videos, go planet by planet, sign by sign, and house by house. Of course, there are more details and everything, as we can see this the middle part that shows all the interactions between these planets and the angles and the points in the chart, which is a bit further information that we gain and understand the complexity of the human being much better. I mean, like, we have to think that there is lots of mathematical and symbolical figures on this chart, but they all belong to a human being. So we have to always consider when we are making the interpretations that we are talking to someone with feelings, with thoughts, and everything, to a human being. So I think that would be like an introduction to the charts and astrology and the approach. I hope that this video would be useful, and I will be stop sharing. And if any comments, as I said, any questions, please drop them in the comment sections in any way that you want. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.